This is the intermediary version of Custodial Trap, the game. We will do the advanced game also. Watch the introductory video before you come here and watch this if you have not seen it. There will be a link below to that. And then there's also going to be the advanced game, which changes it even further. As you can see, the board is similar. I need to adjust this accordingly. What you can see here is the board is set up similarly to what you had before. What you're going to have in the game with this setup is this is the setup that you have. And note there are the 4 pieces are off the board, 2 of each color. In addition to the regular move types which you saw in the intro game, there is a new move type that's introduced here, and that's what these pieces are involved. Also, there's a new way to win, which is like the games group where you're going to connect them orthogonally. Same thing, less than 7, you reduce your opponent to less than 7 pieces, you win the game. Anyhow, the way it works is that what you're going to see here is you see this board around the outside. If you remember the intro game, when you're putting a piece on the board, besides the slide moves and the trap and the capture, you have one more type where you can put them on the board. These pieces are available. These also provide a reserve for you, so you might want to be hesitant to put them on the board. But anyhow, the play would proceed as follows. Going in, and he would go ahead and capture, and by doing that, this piece is now freed up. He could come in here like this. Well, he's going to come in here like that. This comes in like that, which now frees up this piece, so on and so forth. You would go down and keep doing it that way, or you could end up after doing that. Let's say then red decides to paratroop in a piece. Decides to go here. Going back to one of the original positions, you see that there. These are now flipped over. Those pieces are still trapped. That's what you're doing, and then once these are gone and put on the board, that's it. If they're captured and put off the board, they're out of play. So as you're winding down, you have. Now let's get to an end-game condition. What you're trying to do is you have the pieces on the board. Let's just draw them here at random. On here. You had the same thing before by reducing less than 7 pieces. You also have this connection here where you want to connect the pieces orthogonally, vertically or horizontally. You have a situation like this here. Let's say that it ended up like this here. If it was red turn, red could come in here and do this and win the game. Same thing. Well, if black did this, black would win because he managed to connect them. You could have more pieces on the board too. Kind of like lines of action. The more pieces you have, the harder it is to get that way. And then the game winds down this way. So you have it that way. If you were to get reduced to 6 pieces, you lose. So anyhow, it's connecting in groups, and there's a lot of different patterns you can do. Watch the groups video. I'll probably show a link to it, but different ways, like this here. So it adds a little bit of lines action or slash groups to it. It adds another thing for a position. Anyhow, this is the intermediary version of the game. Remember, the setup here consists of the following. That there and 4 pieces off the board to start with. And let's go back to what we had before, which is like that. Need a red piece. And anyhow, I'm just gonna, we'll just, anyhow, let's move this back here. Flip it here and put it in the reserve section. See, these are lined up that way. I need a black piece there. Actually, take 2. And they're like this, that's like this, these are like that. Because you see, that's a setup, and you got the pieces on the reserve. Anyhow, remember that you're not allowed to place when you do the free placement on these outside squares. You can drop them anywhere in that space there. It does that. That came out of playtesting. Went up weird flexibility, but the game locks up. Anyhow, watch the prior intro level. This is the intermediary game. I'll have a link to that and to the advanced version. I think I'll put groups in here also so you can get some more ideas on how to win. And now, this is the latest. I do want to thank you for watching, and on to the advanced version of the game. I do want to thank you for watching, and may your die always roll 5.